Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? How you doing this evening? Come on in, please. Here today, hey, thank you for joining the Investing Over 40 chapter. Let me tell you, this is going to be a beginning of a really exciting chapter. I can't think of anything that is any more important. I know many times we've done a lot of chapters before. We got this great chapter that was just we got those hard reason being he's not invested. So it's okay. We're going to take one. We're going to handle it. So let me tell you, if you happen to be 40 or older, that's when you have or you feel like if you feel like you are fine and saving for retirement, trust me, you are in the right place. So just so you know, I have something very special for you. So please make sure you stay all the way to the end. I think it's going to be something that you will really, really like and enjoy, help you along this financial journey. So if this is your first time joining me, my name is Alex. I'm a financial freedom coach. I help families and people escape financial slavery so they can create financial freedom, live their best life, and leave a legacy for their family. So if that's you, you're in the right place, guys. I'm the right person to help you. So today, I want to share with you six reasons why you need to invest. I didn't say it was a good idea. I didn't say you should. I said you need to invest. You, you can, if you can hear me, let me know. Lisa, you feel whoever you are. So as you guys come in, you have to want to make sure you dedicate to get right to number one. Number one, and this is in no particular order, but the reason you need to do investment. This reason why is number one, you cannot save your way to wealth. You cannot save your way to wealth. Let me give you one. I know a lot of times we do told that when you get paid, when you sign up for a new company, they always tell you, hey, let's get direct deposit with the bank account. Or you look at a paper check who've been doing this for a long time, working for a long time. You see the paper check, and you put it in, put it in your bank. But let me tell you guys, the bank it is they're paying you nothing on the money that you put into the bank. So let me just give you an example. Every $1,000 you have your checking or savings. We know number one checking, there's no interest. And then with savings, the usual, the most I've seen for savings, I've seen as high as 25%. for $1,000 in their bank for a whole year. That is how we rock. It is how we rock. So the notion or the idea of you being able to take your hard-earned money and being able to save it, put it in the bank, put it on the mattress, set it somewhere, and that is going to amount to something that you can use to help take care of your financial obligations, it's simply not. Hey, Nathaniel. Hey, Audrey. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. So let's see. Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now, Audrey? Let me know. Nathaniel, let me know if you can hear me now. I gotta move my mic up. So let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, if the sound is crystal clear. Please let me know, Audrey. Nathaniel, please let me hear. Working well. Working well. Audrey, Nathaniel, can you hear me now? Still breaking up. Still breaking up. Oh man, I tell you what, I just love technology. Everything works out well when you need to think when it's working well, and then when it's not, it is not. Uh, obviously, check. One, two, one, two, still continue working okay. All right. How about now, guys? Is it working any better? Is it working any better? Let me know. Let me know. I may have to switch over to different mic. See, I tell you, they're trying to throw me off my game. They're trying to make sure that you don't get this information. And I am not going to let it stop me today. Not today, guys. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, Detania, how about now? I switched mics. Hopefully, you can hear me a little bit better now. So let me know. Audio microphone. Okay. Okay. So I switched mics. Let me know if this is a little bit better. Okay. All right. Okay. Titania says we're cooking with hot grease. So, like I said before, the first reason why you cannot save your way to wealth is because saving, putting it under the mattress, putting it in the shoebox, putting it in the bank, to be honest, it makes no difference. The banks aren't paying any interest. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter if you put it in your shoebox or put it on a mattress, right? Except that it may be a little bit safer. But other than that, they're not paying anything. So, number one, trying to save your way to wealth is not going to happen. Okay? So, that's number one. Like I said, this is in no particular order. Number two, inflation. Inflation. I don't know if you guys really have been paying attention. I'm quite sure when you go to the gas pump and you see that gas jumped up 20 cents, it's something that we pay attention to. It is something that is definitely on our minds. So we know there's a general increase in housing cost, health care. We know with tuition and going to school, all of these things are increasing at a much faster rate than what? Than salaries. And so we know, it was what? Decades before um,
minimum wage went from 7.25. I don't know what it is now, but we know that the wages, the increase in wages and the increase in wages and salaries do not keep up with the cost of or the increase in inflation. In fact, we just saw today on the news, it said that inflation is the highest now that it's been in the last 40 years. In the last 40 years. And so that really means that same $1,000 that you said, hey, I'm not going to put it in the bank. I'm just going to hold on to it. That same $1,000 next year is going to be worth $930. Inflation right now is roughly about 7%. So that means if you have $1,000, $70 is coming off your $1,000 every single year, with inflation being 7%. So with banks not paying you anything, with inflation taking 4, 5, 6, 7% away from whatever you saved or whatever you have, it means that we're what? We're hustling backwards. We're hustling backwards. So something has to be different. Something has to change, right? Because we know we can't save our way to wealth. We know that that's not really the option. So, number three, what's the third reason why? The third reason why is because of taxes. Taxes. For those of us who actually do receive a paycheck because we hired with another company, right? We're always having to what? Uncle Sam is always taking his cut even before we get our paychecks. We work hard for the money the whole 2 weeks or the whole month. Uncle Sam dips in and he takes his portion out even before we get the money. So we know that taxes are yet another reason why it takes away from our ability to take in income, to take in income sources, and being able to use all of it to reach our financial goals, right? And the other thing, depending on how your money is invested, it can lead to higher taxes down the road. But because you're a smart person and because you're here tonight, you also know that if you invest it wisely, then guess what? You also know that there are ways that you can pay no taxes. You can pay zero taxes. So a lot of what we see the wealthy doing, your Jeff Bezos, your Elon Musk, your Warren Buffetts and people of the world like that. No, we might not be able to take advantage of all of the tax loopholes that they can, but guess what? A lot of them still are available to us. The only problem is we just don't learn how to take advantage of them, right? So we're going to change that. So that's number three. Number four, you can't outwork your money. It's not possible. See, I don't know about you, but every once in a while, I got to go to sleep. Every once in a while, I got to lay down. I got to rest my body, right? Whether that be mental rest, spiritual rest, physical rest, right? We can't work 24/7. It's not possible. But guess what? What if you can hire some little workers? And these little workers, whether you are at work, whether you are at play, whether you are on vacation, whether you are resting, these little workers will continue to work on your behalf, right? Now, in the beginning, it may be a little bit slow because they're just learning the job. They're new on the job, right? So we got to give them a little bit of time. But if we give them a little bit of time and we'll allow them to do what they do, they're because of compound interest, they are going to start bringing streams of money back to you, more than you can bring back to your you can earn for yourself. because they're constantly working because of compound interest. Is this making sense, guys? Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if you've heard it before. Let me know if this is old news to you, because I want to make sure that this is something that's going to be helpful to you, right? I don't want to just be up here just spouting off a whole bunch of stuff. I want it to be fruitful. I want it to be helpful. All right. So, because of compound interest, you can't outwork your money. So, let's just say, for instance, we're just using small numbers. If you're able to save $100 a week, $100 a week, $400 a month, okay? And if you do that, if you happen to be 40 years old, you notice I said investing over 40. And let me share very quickly why I say investing over 40 before I forget. The reason why this is called investing over 40 challenge is because most of the information that you're going to see, if you look online, if you're going to read books, if you listen to any of the gurus, they're going to keep saying over and over and over again, if you start investing at 25, that ship has sailed. I am not 25. Okay? That ship has sailed. If I happen to be 40 and 45, what are you going to tell me? Are you saying that shut it down? Life is over? Is that what you're saying? So what we have to do is, if you look at most of the information, we're talking about baby boomers, those people who have already retired, right? And we're talking about those people, those millennials and Generation Z people who are just getting started. That's easy for them to do. But for people who are right there in the middle, Generation X, my generation, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Okay. And so what we have to do is we have to look at different strategies. We have to go about doing things a different way, because the same strategies that will work for someone who is 25 can be detrimental to someone who's 40 or 45 or older. Okay? People who are 25 can take on additional risks. People who are 40 and 45 have to be mindful, because the window of time that we have is much shorter. So there are certain risks that we can't take on. So portfolio diversity, making sure that you're taking a look at what's called volatility, making sure that you're always diversifying your accounts, right? As long as you're making sure that you have diversification between sectors, between stocks, bonds, real estate, and cash, right? All of these things become crucially important when you want to mitigate uh, risk, because, again, we happen to be 40 and 45. But going back to my example, if you happen to be saving $400 a month for 20 years, that turns into $235,000. $235,000. So let me ask, in addition to what you're currently doing, what you're doing right now, if you were just trying to work and save your way to wealth, how long would it take you to generate an extra $235,000? And that's the reason why I said your money can work so much better and so much more efficiently on your behalf than you possibly can. Because when you work, you're going to have to take rest, you're going to have to take breaks, you're going to, hopefully, as we get older, you don't have any health issues. But when you do earn your money, it's going to be taxed, right? And then you have to take what's left, and you have to try to figure out how to, number one, take care of your current living expenses, and then how you're going to take a portion of that money and turn it into an extra $235,000. That's a little bit of a challenge. It's a little bit difficult, wouldn't you say? And that's the reason why I say, guys, we have to make sure that we are taking some portion of our money and investing it. Let me ask a quick question. How many of you guys have heard of a book called um, The Richest Man in Babylon? Put in the comment if you've heard of a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and let me know if you've read it. Let me know if you've read it. One of the things that that book, which is a really good book, it's a really small book. It's engaging. So I think it's a quick read. It's an easy read. I encourage you to read it if you haven't. But one of the main points about the Richest Man in Babylon book is it says that you must be paying yourself. You must be holding something back for yourself in order that you might be able to use it wisely in order that your money will start to grow and materialize. And that's really the essence of the book. But it's a really simple book. It's a really easy book to read. I encourage you to add it to your library. So number 4, you can't outwork your money. All right. Number 5. Number 5. I hate to say this one, but Social Security won't be enough. Social Security will not be enough. The average Social Security check is roughly about $1,460. $1,460. Okay? If you multiply that out, that puts you just over poverty. I think it's right around 19,000 something dollars. Okay? So the question becomes, if you don't have anything saved, if you don't have anything invested, if you don't have any pensions, if you're not in 401k, if you don't have any IRAs, if we don't have any Roth IRAs, if we don't have any HSAs, if we don't have any of those things, either we're going to have to keep working or we're going to have to try to figure out how to live off this $1,460. And what we're praying for is, if that's the approach, we're praying that our health will last. And that's the reason why you see so many people who are at retirement age but they're still working, because they can't even afford to retire. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen to us. Okay, we want to make sure that doesn't happen to us. And then finally, number six. Number six. The sixth reason why you really need to be investing is because time, when you're not in the market and you're not invested, time is your enemy. Time is not working for you. So when you are invested, when your money is actually in the market, when your money is actually in some vehicle that is generating, that is working for you on your behalf, that becomes a benefit to you. Time is actually on your side. And so the longer you're able to have your money invested in these accounts or in these investments, that means the more money you're going to make. Let me tell you, time is your friend when you invest it. Let me give you an example, another example. If you take one penny, and you double that penny every day, after 15 days, that penny is going to be roughly worth, you're going to be getting roughly about $156 when you have one penny that's been doubled for 15 days. But if you can go just another 15 days, just another 15 days, that one penny doubled every day for an additional, right? Uh, Another 2 weeks, that will suddenly turn into $5 million. That's a huge difference. That's the power of compound interest. And we have to make sure that we are using that momentum on our side. See, the laws of building wealth are they work. I know sometimes we look at some people and we say maybe their ethics aren't right, their morals aren't right. They might really seem like they're bad people. But honestly, some of these people just understand the principles of wealth building. And when you understand the principles and you utilize the principles, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist or somebody who is an atheist, somebody who is purple, green, yellow, white, black, it doesn't matter. These things are going to work on your behalf. So when you find yourself, there's this thing called the law of inertia. That means when you are stuck, when you are still and stationary, bodies that are still and stationary tend to want to stay that way. And that's the reason why I'm coming to you in this challenge, and you're going to be seeing me over and over and over again, because I want to help people get unstuck. Because if you can suddenly get yourself to a place of being unstuck, bodies that start in motion tend to want to what? Stay in motion. That's the beautiful thing about it. If we can just get started, then the work that needs to be done to keep it going is so much less. And so what we have to do is we have to understand what are the things that are keeping us, that are hindering us, that are roadblocks that are keeping us stuck in where we are. Because if we can just get over those things and we can start moving forward, we can start getting connected with the right people. We can start reading the right materials. We can start removing some people who are not going in the same direction that we're going in. When we start implementing some of these principles, we start getting back some of those results. It makes us want to do what? Do even more. It makes us want to do what? Try even harder. And that's the reason why this is so critical and important, that we get beyond whatever it is that's keeping us stuck in the place of where we are financially. Because if we can just get started, we can start getting this compounded interest to start working on our behalf. Working on our behalf. If we can just get started. Time is the enemy. Time is the enemy when you are not in the market. So guys, I want you to know and understand that I haven't made all the right decisions, okay, financially. I've made plenty of mistakes. Plenty of mistakes. And I think that once we begin to realize and understand that no matter what mistakes I've made in the past, it doesn't keep me from having success in the future. If I can begin to make the necessary changes going forward. And that's what we have to get to. So, what I want us to do is I want us to realize that this is a safe place, this is a supportive space, and this is a place where people can be transparent and not feel like somebody's going to make fun of them because they don't have everything together. Because whoever that person is, they don't have everything together either. There's always something that we can learn, do different, and do better, no matter where we are. So, as I said at the very beginning, I don't want to just come on and just kind of talk at you guys. I want to be able to share information with you that can truly help to transform your life. And so I have a course that is going to be starting in the middle on the 19th of February, and all the details are there. But if you go to alexbjones.com /investing 40, you can go to that page. All the details, all the information is there. But let me tell you, this course, this class can literally transform your finances and change your life. And not only your life, if you have a family, if you have someone who else is depending on you, it will literally help to change their life as well. Because what we really have to understand is, number one, we're only you can we're only if we're working for someone else, we are only going to be paid so much. That's number one. Number two, if we're trading hours for dollars, we can only work a certain amount of time. That's number two. Number three, we know saving is not it. Putting your money in the bank ain't going to work. It's just not. And so that means that we have to do something with our earnings and be able to use it in a way that's going to help us reach our financial goals. And even first of all, we have to even know what are our financial goals. When I'm coaching and consulting with a lot of my clients, most of us don't know how much we need in order to get to where we want to be, right? Where we want, how much do we need to retire with? What sources do we have that are coming in? How much am I going to need to live in retirement? And so these are some of the answers that we really need to start looking at and start getting to so we can start planning for those things going forward. And that's what this challenge is all about. I want to be able to share information with you guys that'll hopefully convince you, if you are someone who is over 40, if you are someone who feels like, you know what, I can certainly be doing much better than I currently am, then I want to convince you. That's my goal, to convince you that investing is absolutely critical to reaching your financial goals in life, your retirement goals, your legacy goals. If you want to just be able to have more money so you can enjoy life a little bit better, so you can have less stress. If you want to be able to bless other people around you, be able to have a greater impact in the world. All of these things come as a result of having the financial resources you need to do those things. Many of us are in a place where we're not doing what we truly want to do, what we want to do in life, because we have to work. We have to work. I saw this commercial, Chase Bank. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's like, I, 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 I got bills. I gotta pay. So I gotta work, work, work every day. I said that's a lie right there. That is a lie right there. That ain't nothing but the devil at work. They are there to try to reinforce over and over and over again. We need you working, because your efforts and your work is what helps the world go around, and it puts money in their pocket. And so we have to learn how to don't do what they say, do what they do. So we have to start acting like we're the bank. The bank takes our money, don't give you any interest, charge you fees for keeping your money. And yet, when you need to make a loan, get a loan for a credit card, uh, auto loan, mortgage, they have the nerve to charge you interest on your money. They don't pay you anything to use your money. And yet, when you want to borrow some money from them, they tell you, "Oh, you gotta pay me." So we have to start putting ourselves in a place where we are the bank, where we start doing what they're doing. We also have to start looking at, instead of us buying services and products, these companies' services and products, we need to start buying these companies' stocks. That now, when you begin to buy their services and the products, you're helping yourself out. You're putting money back in your pocket either through a dividend or through capital appreciation. Become part owner of the company whose services you're buying. That's the smart play here, guys. So I would love if you would, if you have any questions. And again, like I said, this is a safe place, a safe space. If you want to email me and if you have questions as it relates to investing, I don't care if it seems like the craziest question. Please ask me. And if I don't have an answer, I'm going to find out for you. Because my goal again is to convince you to take action now. I want you to join the beginners investing over 40. Go to the course, enroll, get the course, because this information is going to change your life. Okay, guys? So share this with other people. Let other people know about it. Help them also get their finances together as well. So if you have friends, you got family members, other people that you really truly care about, we send everything else out there. We send all this other stuff online and social media. It's time that we start sharing information that's going to help bless people, that's going to help put them in a position where they're able to get their financial life together. Because when we get this together, oh, it's on after that. It's on. So go to alexbjones.com/investing40. Take a look at the information that's there. Hopefully, I hope to see you in the course. Like I said before, every morning and every evening and throughout the day for the next, oh, 10 days or so, 8 days or so, I'm going to be right here because I want to see everyone be abundantly blessed. I want to see every person be prosperous. I want to see every person have the financial resources they need to have the impact they truly want to have, first of all, in their own life, in their family, and in the world. So take care. God bless you guys. I hope to see you in the course. And I hope to see you over the next couple of days as well. All right. Take care. If you're just joining, I'm sorry. I'm about to hop off, but please go back and listen to the information as well. Let me know what your comments are, your feedback, because again, all of this is going to help me better help you get to where you want to be. All right. So take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.